Are you finished with this fucking soccer?
Fuck yeah, bro.
All right, Jesus Christ. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the second annual FB and the Goob NFL Draft Special. And it means a lot to us to be here.
So much that I forgot that my sleeves are longer than my jersey.
He totally forgot that.
I messed everything up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with the first pick of the 2023 draft, the Carolina Panthers select it's not that fucking quarterback. Oh, it's not the quarterback. Man, I'm like, let's do it. Let's come on, let's do the thing. I'm sorry. I have a hard time with this. I'm having a hard time with this draft.
Well, I mean, let's just bounce off Carolina because, you know, you hate your quarterbacks, but Carolina's going to take
every single
one.
quarterback in this draft.
Carolina's going to take one.
So they're going to take the 5'10",
Scrambling
genius from Alabama, Bryce Young. That's what you're going to tell me.
Yeah. No, we could argue something, but I think he's clearly the guy.
The last great 5'10" quarterback, of course, was...
Hey, man, new age, new times.
Doug Flutie. New age, new times. Hey, you know what? Listen, every fucking lineman is 6'7". Every fucking lineman is 6'5".
That does make
Every fucking lineman is 6'4". Every fucking lineman is 6'2". There's no lineman 5'9". One guy, he's fucking 6 foot. He's the center. You know why? So Bryce Young can see at least the two fucking linebackers standing in front of him. No, he can't. He's 6 foot. Holy shit, Bryce. I'm sorry.
But they're gonna do it.
They are.
They are.
But I totally disagree with the pick, and I want everybody to know that.
Nope.
And if 5 years from now I'm right, which I'm going to be right,
I'm taking Richardson number one.
I would.
Yeah.
I would. If you're going to get a quarterback, at least get one that can see over the line.
Richardson's scary. Anyway.
Oh, he is scary. He's Lamar. He's a little Lamar in him.
He's huge.
I know he's huge.
And faster than Lamar, I think. I don't know.
So was the guy from fucking LSU that the Raiders took, and Jamarcus Russell. And so who's that guy for Ohio State? Remember Shotgun? What was that guy we won a championship with him?
Pryor.
No. The big guy that Claret was the back. He only played like 1 year. He could throw the ball way downfield. Big muscular guy. Nice tough guy. He couldn't stop him on a 1 yard run. Kind of the same shit. No quarterback should be drafted in the top 20 of this draft. Let's continue.
Right. Carolina, Bryce Young. Number 2.
Texans.
Texans are on the clock.
And here's where we have a great conversation.
No, because C.J. Stroud, obviously, you walk away. No big deal. Here's your card.
Nope.
You don't think so?
No.
Is it the D'Amico Ryans thing?
Yeah. It's not only that, it's just that I truly believe that, and this is the truth, man, the Texans don't need a quarterback. They're not going to win the division. They have nothing the fuck else. They got Stingley Jr., a brand new coach. They got Pierce at running back. They still got Brandon Cooks? They get rid of him.
No, he's gone.
He's gone. They don't even have Brandon Cooks. They don't have a fucking receiver. So let's not take the quarterback this year. In 3 years, take Archie Manning. Just build your team for 3 years. Be the Philadelphia 76ers of the NFL.
Process.
And process this shit to get to Archie Manning.
You know,
do not take Stroud. Take the big boy out of Alabama.
So your plan does not involve a trade for Trey Lance at all, obviously. All right, so we're gonna go with we're gonna go with the pass rusher, right?
They got to take defense, man. They got a defensive-minded coach.
Yeah, Anderson Jr., right?
There's not a good enough quarterback to risk your franchise with on the second pick in this draft. If you're not going to... When Cleveland took Baker Mayfield, did Cleveland become any better?
No, of course not.
No.
Well, that's
so it's the same process, though.
Curse, though.
But not the Browns. Oh, well, we'll find out about Deshaun's. But it's not just the Browns' curse. The first player the Texans ever took was that Carr.
I believe so.
They could be cursed, too, though.
Nah, well, that was...
They took Matt Schaub from the Falcons, but that was a trade, and he's probably the best quarterback they've ever had. Oh, Deshaun Watson. But really, was he the best quarterback? Guy's kind of a piece of shit, don't you think? Was he raping women the whole time he was at Houston Texans? Sorry, John. I didn't mean to throw it out there. I don't know. So I'm going to say defense. And you can take C.J. Stroud, but I've heard he might not even be drafted in the top 20. So if you want to take somebody, I don't think they're a team that needs to risk it.
No, and like I said, the Niners defense coordinator moving over there, I think he wants to build defensive lines just like the Niners did. So, you know.
The Niners built defensive and offensive line for
starting
a while.
with the most Bosa-like guy. Yeah, let's send Anderson Jr. from Alabama to the Texans.
Anderson Jr. to the Texans. So we've gone with Bryce Young, no matter how much I despise the thought of it.
It's happening.
It's happening.
And it's going to happen in the next few picks, too.
I'm having a hard time with this.
Cardinals, number 3.
Trade out.
Oh, guaranteed, right?
Gone. You don't need a quarterback.
Unless do they go for Carter, or is that too big of a risk at number 3?
At number 3, no, it's not a big risk for a Georgia defensive player, but they get value leaving.
Yeah, that's true. Who's jumping up, do you think?
Who's jumping up? I want to say the Colts 1 pick, but since we took the Texans not taking a quarterback, Colts don't have to move.
They don't.
So, Vegas? Atlanta?
Who has... I mean, they don't really have that much draft capital. As far as people that are...
Tennessee?
I mean, Detroit could do it. Tennessee could do it.
Detroit doesn't need to do it. Goff is fine.
No, most likely.
Yeah. You can wait because he's not a good... This isn't a quarterback draft. So since it's not a quarterback draft, you're not moving up to get a quarterback. Apparently, Carolina thought there was one good quarterback in the draft, and they went and got him.
All right.
That's probably it.
Well, you have to move somebody up here. Are you just moving up Indiana?
Tennessee.
You're going to move
You want
Tennessee
somebody who
up?
wants a quarterback? Let's move Tennessee up.
All right, and they take Richardson?
They take Richardson.
All right.
It's not Stroud because we've already decided that C.J. Stroud played with Marvin Harrison, Njigba Smith, all these other great talents, and then he scored weak on that test, and people are seeing him drop.
All right.
So I think the Cards trade out, go to Tennessee. Why not? Why not? We can pick We can pick the Cards. Pick at Tennessee.
I could see maybe I don't know. You can't really involve Derrick Henry in that trade, but maybe a different trade, and then they could use that capital.
If you're going to trade up to get a quarterback for your 3rd pick, keep Derrick Henry for another year.
All right.
Pay him the franchise tag, or pay him your 5th-year option, or pay him whatever he deserves. I think he's still under contract, right? Derrick Henry's still under contract. You keep Derrick.
Sure.
If you're going to trade up to get a quarterback. And then the Colts take Stroud.
All right. Easy.
And we've got Richardson, who we know everybody wants a quarterback, going to Tennessee. And I like that because because Tennessee has talked about they don't like the other guy they got.
No. I mean, and 4 of the top 5 picks are going to be quarterbacks.
They're going to be quarterbacks. We know they are already.
Yeah. Well, we don't know about Levi. We're not sure about him yet. We'll get to him.
All right, so I only talk about Kentucky basketball players. I don't talk about Kentucky football players.
All right, so we're on to pick 5, right?
We are on to pick 5.
The Niners' rival.
The Niners' rival.
We want them to take a bust. I say give him Carter. That way maybe he robs somebody and he doesn't play.
Well, on the most talented players left, Carter is the most talented player left. Yeah. And Seattle is a defensive-minded team who has pretty much solidified their defensive backfield. And if you could get somebody to get to the quarterback, those really scary safeties and cornerbacks might just be able to get more interceptions. So I'm okay if you want to send Carter to...
No, Pete Carroll will be fine with Carter.
Yeah, he'll be totally fine with Carter. And he still has another pick way down here.
At 21-ish.
At 21. So if he needs a talented receiver or anything else, he's got time. He's got another pick in the 1st round. Don't let the next best player in the draft go by. He's a defense guy. You know Pete.
Highest ceiling left. You know what I'm saying?
Pete loves the defensive high.
Love the high ceilings. That's why I drafted that 6'3" guy that ran a 4.0.
And to be honest with you, what Seattle is missing is not so much a defensive tackle or a defensive edge rusher or a cornerback. They're missing linebackers. Play could be a little better, but there's nobody ahead of Carter that's a fucking linebacker.
Yeah, no, I mean, they need a little O-line help, but I don't see anyone being that.
Not to go above Carter, no.
They could possibly trade back, but we'll give him Carter here.
To get an O-line at 21 and just move on and not worry about it.
That's possible, yeah.
Yeah, so we, as we always say, or as I always say, championship teams usually have good offensive lines and good defensive lines.
Got to have the beefies.
Got to have the beefies. Overlooked in this world of touchdown.
All right, number 6, you're one of your competitors in the NFC.
So I'm going to go field goal kicker. Have you seen that field goal kicker out of Michigan?
Yeah, Niners are going to take him in the 5th round.
So you don't think Detroit will take a chance on him?
I don't know. I got him taking Spoon, the top cornerback. I know they already.
No, I have him taking a cornerback.
I know they already reloaded.
The kid out of Oregon.
Oh well, that's Gonzalez.
That's Gonzalez. You're taking the kid out of where?
Illinois.
Illinois. Okay, yeah, he's good too. Either one, Witherspoon or.
But this is a fun pick for them because they did really well. Like I said, rebuilding their secondary in the offseason. They got, Mosley from...
Mosley, and then they got the dude from Philadelphia.
Exactly.
So do they have to go cornerback here?
It's kind of a fun pick for them. I mean, this is where you start going, like, you could maybe throw Bijan in there, or maybe...
Well, you got to remember they lost Jamison Wood. They lost Jamison Wood.
Right.
Yeah, first.
Maybe even Jackson Smith.
Yeah, Jackson Smith, and you're just picking about the receiver here. So now you got to look, are you going to go 0-6 and lose one game to Jordan Love?
Or you just take Skoronsky and go Skoronsky.
You got to get an offensive line.
Yeah, no, I could see. I don't know. That's hard. I'd like to. Like I said, I got Weatherspoon there. I could see them going.
What was the coach? What was Campbell in football? Was he a tight end?
Yeah.
You see him taking Mayer, the first pick of the draft.
Maybe trade down a little bit.
Trading down and getting out of it. We don't want to do a second. We don't want to do another trade.
Yeah. Well, no,
we're going to trade down and just go where we want to go here. Pat Steak Stronsky.
I can see them still trying to get some more draft assets and maybe move down a little.
Well, let's trade him to the Pats.
But Spoon might be that guy. Spoon might be Jair Alexander. You know what I mean?
We lost Aaron Rodgers. Do you have to focus on defensive quarterback?
I just got to say some shit.
So you want to go Witherspoon? I like Witherspoon. He's a top 10 pick for me.
I can't put Bijan at number 6. That's too early for me.
No. I'll put Skronsky, or I'll take the Patriots moving up and drafting Skronsky.
All right, Illinois quarterback Witherspoon to Detroit. Their secondary is set now.
Totally set.
Yep. Vegas, baby. What we got for Vegas? Number 7.
What quarterback we got left? We got the kid out of Kentucky. Can't do it.
Nope.
Can't do it.
Can't make it at Penn State. Can't make it as a Raider.
We got Josh McDaniels as the coach. Got to think about that now. This is a Belichick kind of thing now. He's probably going to be a little smarter than the previous Raider coaches. Probably not going to draft Alex Leatherhead.
Well, we do have the best pass rusher left on the board. Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech, probably.
Well, how about the kid out of Clemson? Who's the kid out of Clemson that was?
Oh, yes. Double M.
Yeah. I like the kid out of Clemson, too. If you're going for pass rusher.
Well, those are options.
But I'm okay with the offensive line, too.
If they were smart, they would solidify their offensive line.
And I think they should. And I think they should take I think they should take Skoronsky.
Yes, I agree. No, the big mean guy from Northwestern.
Yes.
Or smart guy. Depends on the day.
They need to start solidifying lines. They have a great defensive line with Crosby.
They got tons of offensive weapons. They got
Devontae Adams. They got a new quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G, baby.
Jimmy, I don't know if anybody noticed. He's not the fastest guy in the field. He's not the quickest mover.
Way too early for a tight end, right? Since they did lose Waller. Way too early.
Yeah, we're way too early for tight end.
Another trade down,
there's so much tight end talent.
There's going to be so much movement.
Yeah. No, that's why we usually don't do picks. When we did our first thing, which was last year, this is our second. This is only the second one, so it's not a big deal. We're adding trades in here because we know this year
options.
People are just going to get the fuck out of the first round because there's just too many things below and more capital and more draft. Yeah.
All right, Vegas, good pick. It's Skoronsky, I think.
I like Skoronsky.
It's not a mistake.
With Jimmy not being the most athletic son of a bitch in the world.
Got a block for them.
And with, as we said, championship teams have offensive lines and defensive lines. The Eagles had the best offensive line in football, and
they're picking soon.
Yeah. Well, I think I know. I know. Yeah, I know where we're going. I feel where they're going.
All right. Well, number 8, Atlanta, which I feel is the toughest pick in the draft to predict. Yeah. The Falcons. Where the fuck do they could go anywhere.
The Falcons quarterback situation is very shady.
Could they
I
take
don't
Levi's here?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think their quarterback situation
I think
is shady.
I think Ritter's better than Levi.
Yeah, he probably actually is.
Yeah, I think they'll go best player.
Kentucky quarterback, best player available, right?
Yeah, that's one of the first. I'll just go. Yeah, probably best player available.
How about that running back out of Texas? Because they like to run the ball.
They
With Ritter as a young
love
quarterback. Or do they trade out and let the Eagles come in and take this pick and fucking get Ritter? Or get B.J. Robinson?
Yeah,
I think the Eagles, with losing Miles Sanders, with having a West Coast offense where they pass the ball in the first quarter, take the lead, and then run for the fucking second quarter kind of situation. I mean, could the Eagles come up and take Atlanta's pick where Atlanta has no goddamn clue what they want to do? Or did the Eagles go get an edge rusher and take, like, I don't know, Trey?
Well, Miles Murphy, or Wilson are both left at this point.
Right.
So, yeah, there's edge rushers.
Go an edge rusher.
Probably a run on of them right now, actually.
Yeah, right? So, I mean, is this where we started? I mean, if you're going to take Murphy or Trey out of Texas Tech, or what are you going to do? I mean, I like edge now. They got linebackers.
Honestly,
go.
I got no.
How about quarterback? How about Gonzalez out of Oregon?
I got him going next, so let's give Atlanta the edge.
All right.
Which one? I got Nolan Smith, Tyree Wilson, or Miles Murphy. You want Georgia? You want Texas Tech? Or you want Clemson?
Get out of Texas Tech's the best one.
All right, so Tyree Wilson going to Atlanta.
There you go.
All right.
I like Tyree. If we're going to take an edge rusher, we're going to be fair. And then you can go ahead and give Chicago.
The Bears can have Gonzalez out of, the 6'1" corner from Oregon.
There you go.
Super cool.
Super cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm fine with that because he's got to go here soon.
They need super help in the second.
He's probably the best cornerback in the draft.
There's some fun ones here, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see.
I think he's still probably the best.
Okay, him and Spoon probably 1-2, and then
1-2, and then the rest.
My boy, we'll talk about in a second here.
Well, you're a Penn State kid. I love him, Porter Jr.
He could turn on that TV from where I'm sitting. He's got like a 92-inch wingspan.
That's Friday. That really is Friday.
Yeah.
No, and he played and he had to play in the Big Ten, so he played against a lot of good competition. And I mean,
his pick's coming.
Yeah, very soon.
Rounding out the top 10, the Eagles pick. This is where I think
the running back.
You say Bijan?
I say they lost Miles Sanders.
I say they're taking Cansey, the kid from Pittsburgh, and kind of like a shock kind of pick. He's not ranked that high. I think they beef up their defensive line with.
With the Donaldson Jr. The
Aaron Donald
the Aaron Donald replica.
Yeah, I'm saying someone takes a gamble, and who not better than Philly? Doesn't really need
Kels
him.
Coming back? They got the line still.
Yeah.
They took Jordan Davis last year.
Yeah.
You don't think they want the best running back in football?
No.
They go committee and just do Treadwell, or what was
Yeah, I love that little new guy they put in there. I forget his name.
Yeah.
It wasn't Treadwell.
It wasn't Treadwell. What was it?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
No, Philly's got some scooters. They might take.
Philly's got backs, but they lost their main. They lost Miles Sanders.
But when you can add someone,
they're a run dominant team when the second half comes. You don't think they want to take the best running back in football? Coming out of bed.
Do you want to give him? I don't want to give Bijan yet. I want to let him be a tease for the next guy.
He's trying to get him to the third round for the Niners. I don't have that much fucking paper.
That's not happening.
Third round with the 87th pick of the draft. The Niners take B.J. Robinson from Texas. How the fuck did he fall that far, man?
We wouldn't even take him
because Goob begged it. You know what, Philly? You want to solidify the defensive line for Philadelphia forever. Did they lose Cox?
I mean, they could go Porter Jr.
Well, they should at least, if they don't take a running back to solidify their running game after losing Miles Sanders, didn't they lose a bunch of cornerbacks or safeties?
Darius Slay's back. They lost a linebacker and a safety. Yeah.
Who went to Detroit?
The other cornerback.
Charles Johnson.
Oh yeah. CJ Gardner Johnson.
Gardner Johnson.
That was the big loss.
So that was the big loss for them. So you don't think they replace the loss? You go for the.
Well, I mean, if you're going secondary for Philly, it would be You know, it'd have to be Porter Jr. or...
I think they take Porter Jr. then.
Yeah.
I think they replace a loss, unless you're going to say they're going to go safety with Branch from Alabama, which would bum me the fuck out.
That would be early for him.
That would be early for him. He's not in the category. So then I think they have to replace a need. You're not losing anything going with the 92-foot wingspan. It pretty much covers the whole football field.
Yeah. Or you give him a third wide receiver. Nah, I'm kidding. All right. So let's give him Porter Jr.
Go Porter Jr.
All right.
I like Porter Jr. there. It makes more sense because they lost that position, and they are trying to repeat a Super Bowl run.
And he could touch that camera from here.
And he could touch this camera from here. Unless they trade out.
So speaking of trading out, we got Arizona who traded out of the third pick, who now ends up in number 11.
And I think they take Paris Johnson out of Ohio State.
And they better, or Kyler Murray's going to die.
Yeah, so we have actually traded the Cardinals from third to the Tennessee pick and took Paris Johnson.
Supposedly the best left tackle in the draft.
Supposedly
we shall see.
You guys owe us on that one. You owe us for getting you that at the Tennessee pick.
Right, plus the tight end.
Because you not only did you get that, you probably got a fourth or a third. And you fucking owe us for that too. At least. To get to that pick, at the Cardinals pick there, you might have got this pick and next year's fucking first. No, it's crazy.
Sorry, I'm just getting excited about the Texas pick.
Next year's second. But this Cardinals pick right here, Paris Johnson, and next year's second. Good for fucking you. You got something else in that trade. So, Paris Johnson.
Going.
Texans, go.
Texans, they trade out for Trey Lance. And the Niners take... No, I'm kidding.
You're not getting a first-round draft pick in the first 12 picks.
All right, so Texans already went defense with
did.
pick 2. They got the best edge/linebacker type guy.
So do we can hold off again for a quarterback, or do we go for one and take Will Levis?
Well, it looks like Will's there.
Will is still there.
So, I mean...
Now you didn't pick him in the top 10.
I mean, I wouldn't. I'll be honest, I wouldn't.
No, I would not either.
But they don't have anybody. Davis Mills...
Sucks.
Fucking sucks. So, yeah, no, honestly, I think it's either Will Levis or,
or Van Ness at Iowa.
Or wait till Sean Clifford.
Sean Clifford, most irrelevant.
In the 7th round. All right, so...
I mean, do you continue to build defense here?
I mean,
I'm telling you they don't have to draft a quarterback.
All right, so they, honestly, say they don't have a quarterback. They still need a receiver because they got rid of Cooks. They got nobody to catch passes.
Not one person.
And they've got the pick of the litter.
There's no receivers off the board yet.
You know what I mean?
So you could go perimeter.
I would think they would take their favorite right here. Receiver. That's where I would go.
With no quarterback to throw to?
All right, so you want to take the best tackle left?
Yeah, I would not want to. If I don't have a quarterback.
Or big fat
I'm
guy.
not going to get a... Okay, so I've drafted a first-round wide receiver, and I have Davis Mills throwing you the ball. Or, fuck it, let's take the next best tackle or the next best edge player. Let's go offensive line. What do we got?
Nobody. We got some receivers, though. We should go back to that.
No, there's no quarterback to throw them the ball. You're not...
No.
Aaron Rodgers needed a receiver. Davis Mills does not. He's not learning any... He's not getting the ball thrown to him from the quarterback who he's going to be having the ball thrown to him here soon.
They have young tackles. They have young centers. They need young talent people. Like, let's be honest. Do they could grab
let's just take the quarterback.
Grab the tight end. All right, Levi's. Take the quarterback. Yeah, no one else wants him anyway.
They're going to do it anyways.
Yeah, I know. They're going to do it anyways.
They're going to do it anyway. So we're going to take Will to the Tex. And now...
The swap pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Green Bay Packers. You know what? Do we have a little Packers up there? You know what? I want to say this right now. Aaron Rodgers, thank you for all the many years of being the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers.
We haven't told him that he got traded yet. Oh, yeah, Aaron Rodgers got traded.
I'm pretty sure by now everybody knows that.
Really?
the Green Bay Packers have traded Aaron Rodgers after 18 wonderful seasons as the head quarterback or the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. Aaron, I first of all want to tell you thank you for all the years and memories and just greatness. You're the greatest quarterback to ever play football during a regular season. But when we got to playoffs, we struggled a little bit. Not a big deal. Not your fault all the time. A little bit of the time. But thank you for all the great years. I will love you. I will wear your jerseys, and I will respect for everything you did for us for many years. It is time to move on, apparently, and we've done it because we offered you 3 years, $150 million last year, and you took it, and then you went to the darkness, and nobody talked to each other. And you know what? We should have resolved it last year, and we didn't. We held on. We dug ourselves in. Stupid. I wanted to trade you to the Broncos so I could have had the 5th pick in the draft and the 21st pick in the draft, but instead, I got the 13th pick in the draft. But I want to also say that Gutekunst did a great job with the trade. Gutekunst. I think he did a great job with the trade. 2nd round pick, moving up 2 spots in this draft, and pretty much a 1st round pick next year because I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers is going to play more than 65% of the plays. So 1st round draft pick next year. And whatever the rest of that crap you got was awesome. Got rid of a lot of money. That was good. Got a 5th-year option for Jordan Love coming. Jordan Love is going to get his 5th-year option, I would assume. I got a lot of confidence in Jordan Love. You know what? He's not getting thrown into the fire. He got to take his toes and dip them into that motherfucker. So, good for you, Jordan. With the 13th pick of the draft, the Green Bay Packers take Branch from Alabama, safety. Now, I know you wanted me to say wide receiver, but we don't have a fucking safety.
Or tight end.
I know you wanted me to say tight end, but there's too much talent in the draft at these positions. So, yeah, we could have taken Smith there. That would have been awesome. And we could, and we probably should. And if we don't take Branch at the 13th pick, we will take Smith if he's there. Because I think a good slot receiver for Jordan Love would be great. But we have Rudy Ford as our starting fucking center. Or safety. Rudy Ford is our starting safety. And we are not going to start our season with Rudy Ford as our starting center. As much as I love you, Rudy. And I hope you play many snaps. So I think we will take the safety from Alabama. I really do. And I know it's a little early, or it feels a little early since we got to move up 2 more picks. And you know, we could take Quentin Johnson. We could take, but we got Dobbs, Samari Toure, and Christian Watson last year really quick and fast. And I don't know if we can let the defense fall. And we have 2 second-round draft picks, and there's a lot of late receivers. So we're probably going to be okay.
Yeah, no doubt. All the receivers
I think we have to take a,
like I said, there's no Randy Moss out here. There's no you know.
You can't take Quentin Johnson because you already got Romeo Dobbs and you already got Christian Watson. So you can't take another perimeter wide receiver. You can't have 3 fucking perimeter wide receivers because one actually becomes not a perimeter wide receiver. He has to fucking move in. Just take either Smith as the best slot receiver in football or solidify the safety position and take Cedric Jackson in the second from Auburn, who ran a 4.32 fucking 40, and it's probably a fucking slot receiver. So it's not that big of a deal. We're gonna go with Branch. I truly feel that as a Pack fan. I want to take Mayer. I want to take Smith, but I also don't want to go a whole year without a strong safety. And I think that's what we'll do. And we'll have tons of receivers, and we can take a tight end in the 2nd round. There's 47 of them.
There's a good amount.
Dude, we can get the guy out of Georgia, Washington. We can get...
For sure.
Yeah, so there's tight ends out there. Mayer could fall to the 2nd round. We got 2 second-round picks. What if Mayer falls to the 32nd? And we do it 33rd. And we do that Christian Watson thing like we did last year. Yeah. And we move it up to 33 and we take Mayer. Now we got Branch and Mayer. Now we look like superstars.
There you go.
There you go. So with the 13th pick of the draft, the Green Bay Packers take strong safety from Alabama, Branch. I will let you do the Pats pick because if I do it, it's going to be some linebacker or offensive lineman from Chattanooga State.
Nice. That sounds good. Yeah, no, normally Belichick does do something a little bit odd here.
I think he's losing his ever-loving mind and he's done.
And I'm not sure if this is too odd, but that Van Ness guy from
From
Iowa.
Iowa. He's scary. It's perfect.
I can see him ending up on Belichick's team.
Yeah, Van Ness,
Somehow.
Vandenberg, Vanucci. That sounds like a Belichick man.
Right.
So I'm fine with that. If you want to take the edge rusher from Iowa to the Patriots.
I had him taking Porter Jr., but he's gone already. So
we already got rid of him?
Yeah, the next cornerback is not worthy of that pick. So yeah, Van Ness. Surprise pick again by Belichick.
Nice.
Now we go to the Jets, who need only one thing.
Aaron Rodgers to be happy.
Shit blocked. We need to block some stuff.
So with that pick, we're going to get him a receiver. That little bitch needs to be happy. So I'm going to go Smith from Ohio State.
No way.
Come on.
You got to protect him.
No, fuck him. Fuck him. Let him run.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let him die. Let him die.
You know what? We're going to
let that little bitch run.
We're going to take
run, motherfucker, run. Forrest. Let's get him another. You know what he likes?
Apparently.
He likes receivers. You know, he don't play on my team no more, so fuck him.
We're going to get him two
Fuck
punters.
him. We're going to give him 2 more receivers and a tight end, and we're going to cut 1 more lineman.
All right, punter for the Jets.
Punter for the Jets. No. Who's the next best lineman? Because that's what they fucking need. Because they got no tackles. They got no guards.
Paris Johnson's gone already.
Paris Johnson's gone.
Skoronski's gone already.
Skoronski's gone already.
That leaves us with
well, we got
the Georgia and Tennessee tackles. I forget their names. Williams and Johnson.
Let's give them both. Yeah. Johnson and Johnson.
Johnson and Johnson. Going to the Jets. They're taking the best tackle, Bill.
Whatever the best tackle, yeah, they have to guard Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers will be 39 and he don't run as fast anymore. In fact, when he does run, we all go, ooh, look, Aaron ran. So whatever best offensive lineman left available, the New York Jets will be selecting that player.
They will.
And then we go to the Washington Commanders.
Which I wanted to give Van Ness to them to make their defensive line just ridiculous.
Fuck the whole thing. They don't need to make the defensive line ridiculous.
No, they probably needed that.
They don't need a running back. They don't need a running back because Butt Shot Boy is back.
Yep, that's fine.
They got Scary Terry, but they could use another wide receiver. They've got Scary.
If there's no receivers still been drafted, yeah, they should take the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you go double Ohio State or do you go TCU?
Let's see here. I would probably go the big guy.
Quinn Johnson.
Scary Terry.
Yeah.
Scary Terry at this point in his life is probably not going to beat a whole lot of people deep. I mean,
no. But he's going to run better routes. He's going to Marvin Harris the shit out of him.
Exactly. He's more Marvin.
And Quentin Johnson runs down the field. He's a beast.
More Reggie Wayne.
He's a dog.
So yeah,
Mr. McAfee.
He's Reggie Wayne to his Marvin. So yeah, we can do that. Quentin, TCU.
Quentin Johnson, yeah, I like it.
Fucking Trippy Frog, Toad, party time.
I like Washington's defense. I'm not against their offensive line. They'll probably get depth as they go through the draft.
I keep thinking they're going to be better than they are, but they're not.
Well, you keep thinking their defense is going to be better than they are.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So and they disappointed this year. So Quentin Johnson, the Washington Redskins, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I really am. I like. They need offensive talent. You know what I mean? Do they have a quarterback? They're going to go with the kid, right?
Yeah, that might be the first Hendon Hooker look.
Oh, that's very possible.
You know what I mean? Washington might think
Washington
about
for Hendon Hooker.
Team.
Yeah, because they took
very possible.
Because Bellamy's the offensive coordinator now, right?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, you know what?
Fun, huh?
Fun. That is really fun. Hendon Hooker to the Washington Commanders, and Bellamy is the offensive coordinator?
Yeah, let's do it, man. I think that would be dope.
I think that's fucking fabulous. So, monkey wrench in the whole program.
It just happened.
It did. I like that with Bellamy as the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So, penciled in here real fast. I'm gonna pencil this in.
I can work out.
Hendon Hooker. All the quarterbacks are gonna go. Everybody takes a chance.
Of course.
Taking a chance on Hendon Hooker.
All right.
Exactly. That's not a bad deal.
I mean, he's old. He's injured.
He's old.
But he's a good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback. Throws a nice ball.
Washington want a good quarterback for 5 years. You probably don't have to pay him after your contract. It's kind of like a running
Yeah, it's
back
kind of a good deal actually. It's almost a running back quarterback.
I get 26
with
30,
Bellamy, and
you
get because Bellamy might salivate on that because he wants to move fast.
Yeah.
So a mature quarterback for Bellamy is going to be a better thing.
Yeah.
No,
it's fun.
Steelers got the pick of the litter in receivers. Holy shit!
Do they move on from Deontay?
They got Banks from Maryland at cornerback. I
think they need to go O-tackle too. Whichever one of those.
Yeah, they probably just need an
They
offensive line.
do. They really do.
Their offensive line sucks.
You see,
nobody runs. Najee got like 4 yards for the whole year.
Just it was ugly
well,
too.
What do we got left?
The Georgia or Tennessee guy.
I thought we were going to give one up.
Yeah, we got the other one.
So whichever one didn't go to the other team.
Exactly.
So there you go.
We gave him Williams.
Yeah. All right. So Williams to the Steelers.
Do I get to talk about the Niners yet?
Nope.
Oh, come on.
Come on. I want to do a couple more picks here.
All right.
I know you're all excited. You want to go. I want to get the Bucks picks now without Brady.
They need everything.
They need everything. So once again, you're going line. So let's just go like edge rusher for them, or left tackle, or I don't know.
You know who's left is Kancey still. That little mini Aaron Donald.
Let's do it.
You know, Tampa Bay likes McCoys and stuff like that.
Warren Saps.
Warren Saps.
Warren Saps. So there you go.
Kancey be perfect.
Kancey.
Tampa Bay.
I like that. That's okay. Yeah, that's a Warren Sapp kind of reminder. It's only moving down south a little bit for him, so that's a nice move for him.
Sure.
It's warmer weather.
He'll love it.
He'll love that.
Yeah.
All right. So, for fun, we're at the next pick for the Seahawks. So, which receiver you want to give them? Because we never let one go off the board.
They still got the pick of litter?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say Addison, but I was thinking maybe...
You got Quentin Johnson and you got Smith.
We still got Smith Jigba left?
Yeah.
I'm taking Jigba.
Yeah.
He's still left at this point.
So last year there was 37 receivers picked before the 20th pick of the draft.
Right.
Or 21st pick of the draft. And with the first receiver taken off the board, the Seattle Seahawks take Smith
Jigba.
Jigba.
Jigba
from the Ohio State Buckeyes.
You kind of have to make it
Jigba. Yeah. It's almost like a commercial.
It is. It's fun like that.
So we have waited to the 21st pick in the draft to take a receiver when 5 went by this time last year.
Yeah, the next 5 are going to go right now.
Let's do it.
Probably.
So we're going to say Jigba. And then with the 22nd pick of the draft, if the San Diego Chargers, who need help at receiver, don't take Quentin Johnson, I'll be blown the fuck away.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, I would be. They have no playmakers. They're all injured all the time.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Austin Eckler in the background. Keenan Allen's good for 4 games. Mike Williams good for 7 games. Keenan Allen's good for another 3 games, and he's not good for another 2 games. And the rest of them just ain't that good. And if you're going to make this kid a superstar quarterback, Quentin Johnson, San Diego Chargers.
All right.
And that, you know what?
That's it. Can I talk about the Niners yet?
Yeah, you want to talk about the Niners. We could go through every pick in the first round, but it just starts to become best talent.
Well, listen, I'm going to talk about the Niners because we have 3 third-round picks at the end of the 3rd round. So I'm going to kind of break down a little bit of that, and then basically some late-round flyers that would be fun for anyone to have.
Packers got 2 second-round draft picks. If you're going to ask me right now, before we get to your little 3rd-round bullshit, I'm going to say tight end and receiver. I think we'll get it out of the way. I think we'll go safety, we'll go tight end, we'll go receiver. That'll be our 2 second-round draft picks. We'll get Jordan Love some talent. I believe Washington from Georgia will be one of them. And I believe we'll take a shot on a receiver from somewhere. So, unless we like we talked about before, if Mayer or somebody falls to the 33rd pick, maybe you take 2 second-round draft picks, you trade up to the 32nd, 33rd pick, you take Michael Mayer and you give Jordan Love a good target, a safety valve, a really good safety valve. That's why I think you got to go tight end with the 2nd pick, the first second-round pick, and then you go receiver with the 3rd second-round pick.
Yeah.
Or the 2nd second-round pick, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, go ahead. Give me your Niners. I know you're excited. You got 19 third-round picks.
We got 3 in a row.
Trade them all for a pick in the 2nd round.
It's possible. I mean,
still got Trey Lance. You could get a second round pick for Trey Lance.
We could probably, we could trade Trey and these 3 picks.
Yes.
For Jalen Carter. No, but honestly, like, I'm looking at a bunch of things right now. Niners, we need some depth in secondary. We would love to get an awesome one of those tight ends. Whichever one slips to the 3rd round. I'm liking the guy out of Iowa.
Oh, okay. Not bad,
he's only 6'3", but I mean, I really don't think that matters.
No, I don't either.
As long as he runs people over. So I like him. I like the entire Illinois secondary around picks 100. I got a Mr. Brown and Mr. Tavarius Martin. One's corner, one's a safety. I like both those guys.
You're really focused on this.
I would like Tarvarius and Jarvarius to be in my secondary. I think that would be dope.
That would be. They are various brothers.
We also got some other fun names here. I mean, Jair Brown from Penn State, I got to mention, because he's a safety. We need a safety. You need a safety.
And say first round.
And 2-0-2-0. We need another backup linebacker. And 2-0-2-0 from Alabama is...
I like Alabama. If you get to play on Alabama, yeah, that's really fun to say too. But if you play for Alabama, you're also probably a highly touted or at least looked at football player. You know, I mean, you know,
those are some of my guys. I'm just checking that out.
Zay
Flowers. We didn't talk about Zay Flowers.
We didn't talk about Jordan Anderson. We didn't talk about Addison. We didn't talk about Addison either. He was the best receiver in football 2 years ago. When Pickett and Pittsburgh.
Some good teams might get some good receivers.
There might be some good receivers in this draft. That's why I'm thinking the Packers in the second round. Ooh. Addison is still going to be available in the second round.
Chiefs get to add one of these fools. Who knows?
Harrison, the offensive tackle. Fleming from Ohio State. He ran a 4.3 5.40.
Scotty's FB's
6'2", 205, ran a 4.3 5.40. He played behind Marvin Harrison. He played behind Garrett Wilson. He played behind Smith-Njigba. He played behind all these guys getting taken in the first round. And if you don't think that this guy is a fucking sleeper, you may be surprised who gets Fleming. I hope the Packers look in the 3rd round from the kid out of Ohio State.
If you have 2 guys that run 4.3s, that'll be tough for a team that only has 1 fast cornerback to guard.
It'd be very tough. Be tough on the safety. So, and I did. Listen, I'm going to shout out the old Penn State quarterback there. Made a trip to the Green Bay Packers on a visit. Green Bay Packers need we need a second round. We need a backup quarterback, and the old 25-year-old out of Penn State. That might be our answer. So don't sleep on Mr. Clifford. Yeah. Even I'm voting on Mr. Clifford. Maybe coming to the Packers just as a little bit of an older guy. He's had a lot of snaps.
He's got a lot of Keanu
Unlike
Reeves.
Trey Lance, who has had no fucking snaps.
Gene Hackman
hasn't had any snaps either, but he was a good coach.
Hard though.
And Keanu Reeves knows it. So, yeah. Hey, listen. That's our second annual NFL draft at the Abby and Goob Show. It's kind of fun. I mean, we go through all the picks. We should do a draft show. We should do a show where we
Listen, we'll be up till 8 a.m. Hawaii time. We're doing every pick for the draft. Tune in later to our Twitch segment.
Yes. Where we do this for 14 hours straight and we talk about every pick.
Please send crack.
Until we pass the fuck out. Other than that, I have some fan shout-outs. I have one. And it's from, what's that guy's name? Pretty Ricky.
Oh.
He says, FB high. And I thought, that's the first time anybody's ever said that to me. So if anybody else wants to start it off like that.
Quarterback? Hey.
I'm liking the idea for the Oakland A's. I think you should push that every episode with the Oakland Coliseum. So I'm going to. Not only do we want you just to party in the parking lot, but we want you to party with the hot dog guys in the fucking BART, the way to the BART. So I'm going to try to get those guys somehow closer.
I can't believe he knew about our episode before we put the episode out.
Well, I think I talked about it last week. I think he's talking about me wanting to bring the hot dog guys into the inside of the Oakland Coliseum. And sell those little $5 flat top hot dogs.
Gotcha.
Fuck yeah. Bring those motherfuckers in. Let's stop wasting our time.
Nice.
There's 100 of those guys.
Okay. Yeah, no doubt. I love that.
Yeah. So shout out, Ricky. Thank you. Or should I say, Pretty Ricky. We got a shout out?
Yeah, we do.
I have a shout out. But what do you have?
I'll go first. No, you go first.
What is yours? Death? Living? Death, living, death? Living?
Mine's dead.
I'll go first.
You go first.
Taylor Gooch. The Gooch.
The Gooch.
Yeah, dude shot 62 under 2 days in a row.
62 under. That is freaking amazing.
That's a record, right? It ties a record, right?
62 under?
Yeah. Or no. He shot 62.
FB with the faux pas.
Yeah, I would faux pas that. He shot a 62 2 days ago.
Back-to-back 62s on the card.
Right. Because if he'd have shot 62 under, he'd have been cheating. Because the best you could do would be, what?
18.
18.
I'm pretty sure that's the best you could do. Hole in one every time. That's
Hole in one every time. Just got 18 today.
Got 18 today.
Didn't get a 62.
Fucking really good.
Really good. Well, I got 18. Would you shoot one hole? Oh, 18 of them.
Yeah. So he shot 73 on the last day, won the tournament.
Won it. Yeah.
He was like, I don't even know if he played the last day.
Do you have to?
I guess he did.
He's 18 under.
Good job by him.
No, 62. 62 twice in a row.
And his name's the Gooch.
I haven't even shot 102 twice in a row.
Ooh, yeah, Steve has had some weird rounds. He went from 125 to 84 to like 162 again. Stevis, man. Get your shit together.
Yeah, get it together, man. What are you, drinking? Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
What you got for me? What's your shout out, dead guy?
Oh, I got a 49ers Hall of Famer, Dave Wilcox. The man that revolutionized the outside linebacker position. Before there was LT, there was Dave Wilcox. They called him the Intimidator. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Dave. Dave, shout out, big doggy. You are the Wilcox man.
Oh, yeah, and Harry Belafonte died. I don't know who that is. Apparently he was good with stuff.
My mom liked him a lot.
Power to the people.
Shout out Dave Wilcox. Fuck Harry Belafonte. And on that note, I'm FB.
I'm the goob.
Peace.